The city of Prague shimmered under the moonlight, its cobblestone streets hiding secrets centuries old. But tonight, the real secret was in the hands of Ethan Hunt. A classified dossier holding intel on a shadow organization known as the Reckoners was stolen from the IMF's deepest vaults. This group, led by the ruthless and enigmatic Gabriel, had infiltrated world governments, manipulating economies and controlling wars from the shadows. The world stood at the brink of chaos, and only one man could stop it. Ethan Hunt raced through the narrow alleyways, the dossier clutched tightly in his grip. The chase was relentless. Elite mercenaries, armed drones, and high-speed bikes tailed him through the city's labyrinthine passages. A rooftop escape seemed like the only way out. With a well-timed leap, he landed on the top of a moving tram, barely evading gunfire. The city below blurred as he navigated the speeding train, but he had no time to admire the view. He had to get to the team. Halfway across the world, Luther Stickel and Benji Dunn were deep in an underground cyber war. The Reckoners had placed a kill switch on every major power grid. One wrong move, and cities would plunge into darkness, economies would collapse, and governments would fall. Benji's fingers flew across the keyboard, sweat dripping down his forehead. "I need 30 more seconds," he shouted. But they didn't have 30 seconds. Grace, the newest IMF recruit, was already in action. Posing as a high society art dealer, she infiltrated a secret auction where the Reckoners planned to sell stolen nuclear codes. Her mark, a billionaire arms dealer, twirled his glass of champagne, oblivious to the fact that she had just cloned his biometric credentials. But time was running out. The Reckoners had eyes everywhere. The mission took Ethan to the icy peaks of the Swiss Alps, where Gabriel had planned his endgame, a remote fortress, impenetrable to even the most advanced assault forces, held the final piece of the Reckoners' puzzle, a device capable of reprogramming the world's nuclear arsenal. Ethan had no backup, no time, and no second chances. With nothing but a wingsuit and sheer determination, he leaped from a high-altitude plane, dodging enemy flak, wind cutting against his face as he descended onto the fortress. The final confrontation was brutal. Gabriel, a former IMF agent turned rogue, knew Ethan's every move. The fight was raw, personal, blades clashed, fists met flesh, and a lifetime of grudges came to the surface. "You always followed orders, Ethan, but did you ever ask why?" Gabriel sneered. Ethan's reply was simple: because the world needs saving. With a last, desperate effort, Ethan disabled the device and took down Gabriel, securing the future once more. But as he stood on the edge of the collapsing fortress, an uneasy feeling crept in. Was this truly the end? Or was it just another beginning? Mission accomplished.